Hi YouTube! Welcome back to my channel. It's a lovely fall day today, so I figured it was the perfect time to come to the park to make a pumpkin pie. The high for today is like 70, mid 70s, so the perfect temperature. Of course, this is going to be a raw vegan version of a pumpkin pie since I am raw vegan. So let's go ahead and get into the ingredients. So this is everything I'm going to be using today. The most important ingredient, of course, is the pumpkin. I have some coconut yogurt, pecans, cashews, walnuts, dates, some lemon, nutmeg, allspice, ginger, clove, ground vanilla, some almond butter, and a little bit of sea salt. So over here is the fridge, aka a cooler filled with ice. Don't mind my edamame, that's for later. So the first thing I'm gonna make is the cashew cream topping. So I'll probably take about 1 cup of cashews. And I am just making a personal size, so if you want to make this for more people, you would just double the amount. So I've got like 3/4 cup of cashews, and I'm just gonna blend with some water. This is what I'm gonna blend. The less water you use, the creamier and thicker that this will be. I'm just gonna use my immersion blender to blend this. So that's the cashew cream, and this is gonna act as our whipped cream. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in the fridge so that it stays chilled while I make the rest of the pie. So this is the size that my pie is gonna be. Next up is the crust. So for the crust, I'm gonna do equal parts of walnuts with pecans. That's about 1 cup. I'm gonna do 3 pitted medjool dates, the tiniest bit of sea salt, like a pinch, 2 pinches, and then some ground vanilla powder. This stuff smells amazing. I'm also gonna toss in some of this raw almond butter. Okay, let's see how well this does in my high-speed blender. I probably could use the immersion blender on this, but I don't have any more containers to mix it in, so we'll see how this does. All right, I got that blended to the best of my ability. It's kind of too small of an amount to blend that well, but it did end up working. Let's get the crust in. I gave this crust a taste test, and it already tastes amazing. It's so good just like this. So I'm gonna try and smooth this around and get it as flat as possible. That way we have a nice base for the pumpkin mixture. So this is pretty good for the crust. I got the bottom of this dish evenly coated. It came out perfect. It looks so moist. Now let's move on to the pumpkin filling. To prep the pumpkin, I'm just gonna go ahead and peel off all the skin to the best of my ability. You could also cut it with a knife if you wanted to. Either way works fine. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it in half. And then scoop all these seeds out. I'm only gonna be using half of the pumpkin. So I personally don't mind if there's a little bit of the stringy bits left. It's all the same thing, but you can scrape that out if you want to. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and cut this up and toss this into the blender. I'm just gonna cut around the stem because obviously don't want that part in there. Next up, I'm gonna do about 1 cup of cashews. Toss these 4 dates in. I'll do a little bit of this coconut yogurt. Stuff is so good. A little bit more of that ground vanilla. That was kind of a lot. I'm gonna do equal parts of these seasonings. I'm not gonna measure, I'm just gonna kind of eyeball. But you just want to do a 1-to-1 ratio of everything. Starting with the allspice. Got some nutmeg. clove, a little bit of ginger, and my favorite, cinnamon. I love a lot of cinnamon. I'll do another couple pinches of salt. It's pretty good. Then I'm gonna do the juice of a lemon. I'm just gonna do half the lemon. So here is the pumpkin filling. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop this on the blender. I got the pumpkin filling nice and blended up. And it's super creamy now. I'm just gonna pour this over the crust. Try to get that smooth and even as possible. I'm gonna pop this in the fridge so it can harden a bit and becomes more of that pumpkin pie consistency, and then I'll bring you guys back once that's ready. It's the next day now. I just pulled the pumpkin pie and the whipped cream out of the fridge. I ended up putting a little heart on the pumpkin pie just to make it extra cute. However, I did realize I forgot to put monk fruit sweetener into the whipped cream, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit, and this is going to make it sweet so that it really tastes like whipped cream, and it also maintains the color. Because if I were to use a date or maple syrup, it would no longer be white and we'd lose the magic. This is just dried monk fruit, so it's not a processed sugar. It's still raw. I'm gonna mix that up. Okay, I'm gonna cut into the pumpkin pie now. I probably should have did a square, but that's okay. Alright, that's not what I wanted to happen. It's too gooey, so I'm just gonna eat it out of the dish. And I'll go ahead and put some of this whipped cream on top. Just a dollop. Now the taste test. One even bite. So I got some crust, some filling, and some whipped cream. Cheers! Wow. This tastes just like the store-bought pumpkin pies, if not better. And I wish I was lying. This is so freaking good. So good. I can't believe there's no dairy, no eggs, no oil, no refined sugars. It literally tastes just like a pumpkin pie. I really love that. Even the whipped cream tastes like whipped cream. I'm gonna rate this dish a 10 out of 10. This is absolutely mind-blowing, and I will be making this every year. It's so annoying that my gym closes at 6 on Sundays. There's just too much to do in a weekend, and the last thing I feel like doing is rushing to try to make it to the gym by 4 so I can get in a workout and shower, or at the latest. I hate rushing on the weekends because during the week I'm just go, go, go all day. I'm up at 5 a.m. and my head doesn't hit the pillow until 8 p.m. That's every day. So the last thing I want to do on the weekends is rush. So I didn't make it to the gym today. It's currently 5 p.m. It's fine. I guess I'll just go tomorrow. I am going to be doing some traveling this upcoming week. I'm going back to North Carolina for Thanksgiving. I'm going to try and vlog some while I'm there. I'm really excited. I'm not going to be driving. I'm going to be flying. So I'm not going to be in the camper, which I'm kind of sad about because this is my cave, but it's okay. I'm going to be there for like 10 days, I think, which is much needed. I can't wait. It's gonna be a really good time, and I'm excited to spend time with my mom. She's fostering a new dog who I haven't met before, so I'm excited to meet him. His name is Thor. So the newest skincare addition is jojoba oil on my face. I needed something a little more moisturizing for the colder months because the aloe, it's good for summertime, but it's not super moisturizing as much as the jojoba oil is. The chemical composition of jojoba oil is very similar to our skin. It shouldn't break you out. It hasn't broken me out at all, which I always thought that since it was an oil, it would clog my pores, but it just doesn't. And I've really been loving it. I just found an organic one at Natural Grocers, It came in a plastic bottle, but I put it in this elderberry bottle that I reused. I really lather this stuff on. Yeah, that's my skincare routine. Water and jojoba oil. I've yet to find a good moisturizer that's vegan, cruelty-free, very minimal chemicals. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know. But for the most part, I like to keep it simple with just water. That seems to do the trick. Although sometimes it just feels nicer to have a cleanser on my face the days that I don't shower. Alright, this is where I'm going to end off today's video. I'm just going to chill in bed for a while and probably just watch videos on my phone until bedtime, which is only a couple hours. I got the cozy vibes in the studio currently. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me. Let me know if you guys would ever try that raw pumpkin pie. I recommend you do. Peace and love.